I just one day out of the blue, I told my wife, I'm gonna go into silver work. Do you know even know how? No, I don't know how, but I'll learn me how. So I stick with this traditional work, and I get more comments on this ones than
Because it is traditional.
yeah.
That act of creation helps you to grow, helps you to process and organize your thoughts. Today, Amber and I came out to Coronado Historic Monument in Bernalillo, New Mexico. They're having a Native American arts and crafts sale. That one's cool.
I'm looking at them, trying to figure out which design.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Joe.
Joe.
Joe Rosetta. Yeah, I'm trying to keep everything traditional rather than having to go contemporary and stuff like that. But I stick with the traditional art, and I think that's where it really values a lot. Makes a big difference.
And where did you learn?
I'm self-taught.
Are you?
I'm self-taught. Yeah. I just one day out of the blue, I told my wife, I'm gonna go into silver work. Do you know even know how? No, I don't know how, but I'll learn me how. So I stick with this traditional work, and I get more comments on this ones than
Because it is traditional.
yeah. And I like as far as the stones go, I cut my own material too.
Do you?
Yeah, I buy them rough and I cut them.
And you were self-taught doing that as well? Mm-hmm. Just inspiration struck one day, and
Yeah.
if there was one piece of advice that you could give the world, what would that one piece of advice be?
Buy my jewelry. If anything, if anybody that's interested in doing something like this, I would say stick with the tradition.
I just have to say thank you, Joe, for humoring me. And if anybody wants to purchase anything from Mr. Joe Rosetta, please just reach out to me. I do have his contact information, and I can share that with you.
You guys were coming out. Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Okay. So just so you guys know, this is an ancestral pueblo. So it was occupied from about 1300. It was abandoned around 1640. There's an interpretive loop that goes out the back that talks about the pueblo site. When they excavated the site, there was over 1,200 rooms that were found here.
Ooh, look at this. Cool. So I woke up today thinking I was gonna shoot a vlog, have a conversation about authenticity and how difficult it is to be authentic in a world that seems like it wants to force you to be somebody that maybe you're not, present yourself in a way that isn't true to who you are. I know I've suffered with that my whole life, trying to be somebody that I think everybody else wants me to be. I was watching Jack. His channel is Australia Through My Lens. I think I got that right. Everybody that I talk about, I'll include their channel links down below. His current purpose or mission that he was talking about in one of his latest vlogs, I think it was a Sunday vlog. I think it actually posted today. Was talking about his desire to create a community or a place where people can share their fears, talk about things that are troubling them, share their struggles, and really just build a community to help to support one another in an effort to help prevent suicide. Which is that's pretty deep, and we're not allowed to go through there, right?
I think you can, you just can't climb on the thing. Check it out though.
And I mean, that is definitely a valiant mission that you were on, Jack. So I'm gonna try to, I mean, anybody that watches my channel, hopefully they'll go over to yours and check out your work, check out your vlog, and jump in on the mission. And that's really what I'm talking about when I say being authentic. Part of that authenticity is sharing with others your fears or the things that you are concerned with in life, because that makes it real and it validates some of the feelings that all the rest of us experience. And I think when you watch a bunch of creators or YouTube videos and people are only showing their best experiences, I mean, you get on Instagram or Facebook, you only see the happy things, the positive experiences that are happening in somebody's lives. And so it creates this perception that you are flawed in some way because you have all of these self-doubts or fears, or you're struggling emotionally or just with your mental health. And I think by being authentic and sharing more of our lives, we can help other people who might be struggling with something to realize that you're not alone. Other people are feeling the same way, and it's okay for you to, one, feel those things, but to also talk about it. I think one of the other things with our society is we shame men for communicating or sharing their feelings because we're supposed to be strong, and we all tend to, men in general tend to kind of keep everything bottled up and don't share those things. And so I do think, Jack, you're on an important mission. Support you 100%. And I think just in general, being authentic, showing up as yourself, sharing content, videos, even just a text message to a friend, let them know how much you care about them and that you feel the same things that they're feeling. Those things are valuable. And I think that's where you can add true value to others in the world, is just by showing up and being confident with what you're feeling and how you're feeling, and sharing that message with the world. You know, some of the other people that continue to inspire me, and I'm just going to drop everybody's channels down below. Each of these people for different reasons, but Isaac continues to just grow and develop, and Russ, I saw your video earlier. I'm still going to go back later and leave a comment. I just wanted to be a little bit more thoughtful about it. So I'll show back up later for that. Tony's vlog yesterday or the day before about the power of transformation, the growth that comes along with creating content. And what he meant by creating content was not just vlogging, recording yourself, putting yourself on YouTube, but just by journaling. Just the act of writing down something in a journal, that act of creation helps you to grow, helps you to process and organize your thoughts. It's just a fantastic video. You should go check out Tony's channel. Mark G, of course, Leah with her channel. Well, you folks have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
There you go. That's good. Okay.
Down, there you go, you got it.
That's it. Once you get that first step, you are good.
Talking to Joe, making his jewelry, and the fact that one day he was just struck with an inspiration to become a silversmith and jewelry maker, and that's what we're all after. We're all after something that inspires us. And I would just encourage all of you that are watching to jump in. Don't give up on any of those long forgotten dreams. Reignite that passion and that fire and desire to create whatever that is, and go after it. This is a pretty place. Right over there, the backdrop to this ancient civilization is the Santa Ana Pueblo golf course. And then the casino is right over there. Oh, you're in the video again.
I would cut it short.
Here's Amber being all native in native land. Hola. So Amber is from the Pueblo of Acoma. So I spend a lot of time in, I guess you could say, Native America. And one of the other things I remember now, what I wanted to talk about in terms of authenticity, is it's been my experience with a lot of the Native Americans that they show up as their legitimate selves. They don't try to pretend like there's something that they're not. In most cases, I think there's always exceptions to everything, but in most cases, when you talk to them, you ask questions, they just show up as themselves. They're not afraid of being authentic, and I think it's just part of the culture to just show up that way as yourself. And I think that's something that is definitely missing in many other cultures. Everybody's always trying to chase the current trend based on whatever the algorithm gods have decided is going to be the next trend. And you just don't find that in the Native American culture. It's just something that I have always envied, and it's something that I am currently pursuing on my own. What is that?
I don't know, you want
Did
to
we
go
miss
down
that? We missed that? And if you're ever in New Mexico, come and check out this Coronado monument. But back to all those people that I mentioned, it's like, you guys have really helped me the past couple of weeks. Reignited a passion for doing something other than what I was doing. And I've just been super excited to get up and make all these vlogs. And yeah, you get a little bit of hate, but it doesn't matter. You get a lot of love out of it. El Bosque. Look at that. This is such a cool view. Right along the Rio Grande. You know, the past couple of weeks have just been something awesome. A week and a half ago, I ran into an old friend, Mario, and that was just one of the most inspiring conversations. I stood in Sam's Club and talked to him for a good 45 minutes or an hour. And we used to work together. We both got laid off at the same time from the company that we used to work at, maybe 3 years ago. And at that time, he definitely had a fire burning. But since getting laid off, it just ignited something in him, and he's just really taken himself to a whole new level. He's currently pursuing some creative interests, which are super exciting. I can't wait to see those come into fruition. But just on a personal level, he's just doing such an excellent job, and that was just such an inspiring conversation. Just really got me going, got me thinking. Because there's so many things that I've wanted to do for so long, and I just haven't taken action on those things, and it's time. It's time for me to heed my own advice and just start doing the things. But it's been a crazy couple of weeks. It's crazy how the universe just tends to align interactions with the right people when you need to have those conversations. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Hear what you guys are working on, so I can follow along and help you to celebrate your wins. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
I I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough. When you're thinking everything is gone wrong, just remember that I'm here to cheer you